welcome to Shelby Township Parks and Recreation in the News. I'm Joe Youngblood. Today we have a special guest. We have Mike Ward from Shelby Township, longtime volunteer in the community. Mike, we have, when you're always on the show, we have a race around the corner. So,
yeah, you always.
First of all, I'd like to talk about the Veterans Run we just had recently here on the Shelby Township grounds, and give us a little overview on that. First question I have is, how long have we been doing the Veterans Run for? And how many people did we have attend the run?
Well, this is our third year, happy to say. It's grown to 150 from a little bit smaller size, which is a good number.
Nice.
And it's a good number because we're competing with the Big Bird Run in Roseville, and that's a 35, 40-year classic.
Sure.
And we actually had some runners that did Big Bird, drove over to here and ran our race.
Now the fundraiser for this, obviously the Veterans Run, what is the monies used for the Veterans Run?
Well, working in conjunction with Phil Randazzo, all the proceeds that are collected up from that we net out are used towards the memorial and everything related to supporting the veterans in Shelby Township.
Wonderful. And then for the Shelby residents that haven't been there, going up to the Veterans Monument on the township grounds, how beautiful they are, thanks to Phil Randazzo, of course, and also for you for the run there. Now, we had a beautiful day. You know, it's always a little chilly this time of year. You never know what type of weather you're going to get, but we've had a nice fall. These type of runs, this type of weather, the racers come out, rain or shine?
Absolutely do. If you remember, those that do remember, 3 years ago, the first year, it poured rain the entire race. And I mean, it poured. I'm out there, cheering people on at the finish line.
Yes.
But runners are a hardy group. You know, I just ran the other day in the snowstorm. You just go out and you get your workout, you get your run in for fun, and people will come out for the event still. They like to get out and see their friends, and they like to participate, and they know that it's for a good cause. And that's part of what we had a success factor, was the fact that a lot of people knew it was for the veterans. Veterans got a free pass on their wives. We had a lot of veterans and their wives actually that walked it as well, which made me feel really good.
Definitely.
Yeah. So.
Now, Mike, I know you're a busy guy. You actually have a real job, and so you're volunteering your time for all these the races and the fundraisers. How do you spread the word, and how do you get this done when you're organizing hundreds of racers coming in? Like I said, how do you spread the word, and how do you get it all done?
Well, it's a central theme that's become a regular thing here lately. I belong to the Macomb County Race Directors Association. It's a new group that I've mentioned before. We meet monthly, and then we support each other. We just had our free run for anybody that participated in 3 of our events across the entire area. Got a free run at Bethesda Christian. We had over at their church on Saturday in the snowstorm, early part. But that's number one. Secondly, through the huge mailing list that I've developed by hand between the Go for the Gold and the Veterans Run and the Jingle Bell Run. And all my friends all send out all of the flyers as well to different people. I've been blessed that Shelby Cable's done a remarkable job covering it pre and post, which is always good. The papers have helped along the way, particularly C&G's done an exceptional job. I single them out. They've done just an incredible job for it, and that all helps in the big picture of things.
Oh, definitely. Got to spread the word, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, Mike, I know we have, with the shirt you're wearing, you have the Christmas theme going with the Jingle Bell Run, and that's right around the corner. The Jingle Bell Run held right here at the Shelby Township Community Center. And how did you start that race? And give us a little more detail about the race.
It's one of my favorites. It's the one single race. Well, I guess you could throw the veterans in there now. I'm actually the race director, which means I get all the headaches. But it started 6 years ago when a gentleman named David Danico that used to own the Big B, and Rick decided that, our supervisor, they decided that it would be nice to do something that would showcase the township. And a Jingle Bell Run would help with the community, with the Christmas spirit and all that. Sure. And they approached me with my experience, and I said, I think it sounds like a great idea. Let's do it. And the first 2 years we started at the Big B, and then when David had closed down, I kind of picked it up from there. And here we are, we're in our 6th year. This will be our
6th year already.
Yeah.
Jeez.
First 2 years we're coming across Van Dyke and across. This will be our 4th year where we're in the senior center / library / courthouse, and we have the luxury of the warm building, and then the course is still our beautiful course that we have.
Definitely beautiful course. I know you work in conjunction with Cherry Creek. If anyone has not been out there, what a beautiful facility they have. And you were able to coordinate using the golf course, and what a great way to get people out there. It might be snow on the ground, it could be golfers out there, you don't know. But a great way to get people out to see how beautiful the golf course is.
It's one of the things we like to showcase, but we showcase a lot more than that. What's unique about the course is we start with a warm building. In winter, that's an unusual thing, but we have the nice warm building. And I might add to all those that are contemplating coming out with the warm bathrooms. And we go through Shelby Junior High, across the football field, and we actually punch a hole in the fence with the cooperation of Earl and the crew from Cherry Creek are wonderful accommodating us. They love the fact that we do this for the charitable causes. And then we run a good portion of the golf course, and then the north end we have a hole in the fence by May Stecker, and we go through the park, we go around the lake, we incorporate all the beauty of the whole thing in, and we have a loop coming back, and it's just absolutely picturesque. And I have a lot of people that never realized it was there. People have come back and golfed it later on saying, this is a secret.
Yeah,
we never knew this was here.
Well, and that's a good point, how you're saying everything is beautiful, where, you know, you leave in the community center, you go on the golf course, May Stecker Park, one of the most popular parks we have around the area, come around the township grounds, the lake, and the grounds, and then that attracts people from all over the place for weddings and so on and so forth. So you're just kind of incorporating the whole campus together there, along with the golf course, and so that's some good stuff there, Mike. And how many runners would you expect or do you expect for the Jingle Bell Run?
It could be anywhere at this point from 450 to 600. I would love to break that number. We had 600, I think, 2 years ago, I believe, and then last year it was 450 to 5. It's an unpredictable. You never know based on schedule and weather and a combination of things. It's mid-December, the 13th on that Sunday morning, so we're a little further away from the true holiday break, so that will help us as well. But getting the word out, and I'm probably 100, 125 right now, which is pretty much normal.
Okay.
But it could, in 1 week, it could absolutely take off. And people understand that when we put on this event, it's an amazing event. It's people come in costumes. We have a DJ blasting away. We have Phil Randazzo doing the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance, which other races are now only starting to pick up. A lot of them never did that, and I said I will not do an event without honoring our military. And Phil always comes out, cold or warm, it doesn't matter, brings out the crew for that. And it's good for the young people that come out and participate to see it as well. Yeah,
that's wonderful. Yeah, Phil is very helpful here on the township grounds and all that he does. If somebody wants to register for the Jingle Bell Run, how would they do that?
Well, a number of different ways they can do that. They can go to any of the Hanson running stores, and my flyers are all over the place. There's flyers scattered throughout the township grounds and the Parks and Rec building and some other isolated places. If you go online, you can go to a site, www.jinglebell5krun.com. There's another one now where you can actually register online itself called eastsideracingcompany.com. All valid sites. They can contact me. My phone number I can give out. It's 586-484-5523. And I can get an email and email them the flyers as well.
Wonderful.
Many different ways to register. We do something unique, too, that helps. We give walkers, of course, an opportunity to come out. We have walkers that get an opportunity to be timed if they want to.
Oh, really?
And that was an issue a couple years ago. We had somebody that wasn't happy that they didn't time. Well, there's a cost associated with the new electronic numbers. And with that cost, whatever we saved, I didn't pocket. It went to charities. So as a result of that great idea, we now give you an opportunity when you register to be timed or untimed. And a lot of people said, I'm walking, I can time it. I'd rather that little bit of money go to charity.
Definitely.
And it makes me feel good. The other thing we do is we have the winners that we give out. We give these beautiful acrylic trophies. And we do it in 3 groups, which is unusual. We have the normal male and female winner.
Okay.
And we have the master male and female, which is normally 40 and above. But we went 40 to 59 and we added senior master. And we've renamed it to Norm Killip, who's a very good resident of ours, 77-year-old guy that's been running all of my races for years in honor of him. And that's for anybody 60 and over. And, it was his idea. He came to me a couple years ago and said, all these young studs at 44, 45, I can't keep up with them. So what a brilliant idea. And a lot of my friends are collecting these trophies now and are like, this is pretty cool. And our sponsor, like Hanson's, what do? They throw in a gift card.
All right.
And then on top of that, because this started as the Big B, it's the coffee, you could call it the Shelby Township Coffee Jingle Bell Run. I always have a 2-pound bag of coffee. This year it will be Tim Hortons.
Ooh, nice.
Each of the winners also get. So we give a nice little reward package.
Yeah, it sounds like a nice reward.
And then in age groups, top 3 in each age group get a medal. So if you're in the 13 and under, the 14 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, and so on. And so it gives everybody a chance at a medal as well.
Wonderful. So you'll pass out the awards right as the race is over that day, right in the community center, or do you do it outside?
Well, what we'll do is as soon as we wrap up the last of the walkers, we'd like to give all the walkers a chance to finish as well. So it's about an hour and 5 or hour and 10 minutes after we start at 9. It'll be like 10:10.
Sure.
We'll have all the overall awards, give out all the awards to everybody, and from there. And everybody likes to stick around. They want to make sure that even the walkers get their opportunity.
That's good.
And it makes it a very, very nice community event.
Now, Mike, what are the we know it's a fundraiser. So what are the different groups that benefit from the Jingle Bell Run?
Well, there's 7 or 8 charities. I'll name 3 or 4 of them. I have the Special
okay.
Olympics, number 1,
Yeah.
near and dear to your heart.
Definitely.
And I work very closely with Jean Lambert for that. It's just near and dear to my heart. And I hope the more we can do, the more you can do.
Definitely.
Penrynton Center is a special school down in Taylor, Michigan, but it draws from this area. And they have a school for kids, I believe up to 16 or 17. They have to be multiple disabled and the minimum being blind. They get no funding from anybody. So Lions Club chapters like I belong to and others have contributed. Cattail Acres, a cat sanctuary. Everybody remembers the dogs, but what about the cats? So, and I'll mention sponsors later and talk on that as well. The veterans, we're going to donate to the help the Burn Center project that the fire department does in Shelby. We're going to help them this year.
Program, definitely.
And there's a couple other ones that are equally important. There's 8 total that will all receive varying degrees of money.
Well, we all appreciate all that you do, and as you mentioned,
Yeah.
the Special Olympics, we're able to take athletes to the Summer Olympics and Winter Olympics, and we're able to bring more athletes with the more funding we have. So all of our athletes are very appreciative. We know at the Go for the Gold, we have some of our athletes out there participating, and really appreciate everything you do.
Well, we were lucky. This will be my biggest year for sponsors. The dollar amount's getting pretty high, and I'll have a final amount later. But it's been just a wonderful year for people stepping forward. A lot of the companies. Number 1 out of the gate was AEW. Right from the beginning has helped. But they do more than that. They send out an entire crew that manages the whole parking for me, which is that alone is a huge
Can't put a
undertaking.
price tag on that.
Exactly right. And then I had the Fazl Khan people stepped up, UAW, the local UAW chapter on Mound, again coming back one more time as a major sponsor, and many, many more. There's just so many of them, and I don't care if it's 100, 200, 250, or 500.
Sure.
It's small amounts, but it's amounts that a lot of companies are willing to do. My good friend Holly at American Speedy, who does huge amount of printing for charity groups and all over the place, she decided to be a sponsor, and yet she helps all of us with our causes and doesn't need to do that.
Yeah.
But one of many out there, and it's that kind of support from the community, because it's a community event. It's a big thing for us to be able to put on.
Definitely. Well, Mike, we appreciate some great information there. And one last question is, next year, do we have any new races coming up or anything that we're looking to offer for on the racing end?
Well, it's a couple exciting things that I kind of previewed previous at one of our previous sessions. First of all, our annual July Go for the Gold will be as is. But we're going to try something in April. We're tentatively looking at mid-April.
Okay.
We're looking at doing a glow run. Back in August, an opportunity when I was talking to Mark Hackle, him and his wife are incredible runners, and he said, tell you what, why don't you put on a night run on one of our local golf courses, and I'll support you. I said, you got a deal. And I followed up with him, and he's committed to it.
Wow. So
we want to do a night run, and we're laying out the groundwork already. It'll be at Cherry Creek.
Wonderful.
Earl is wonderful to work with and his crew over there.
Definitely.
He realizes how important community stuff.
Sure.
Part of that money for that's going to go to the Special Olympics.
Great
and
to
we're going to
hear
donate
that.
part of it. Our plan is, we're still working on the details, is to be able to support some of your other Parks and Rec programs where somebody that's less fortunate.
Yeah,
So I thought, why not spread the money out from that and help them out?
That's a great cause.
Yeah, and part of that we'll have the course lit up with glow sticks or glow lights, whatever they're called. We'll have fluorescent medals for the finish and special shirt. And one friend of mine does one up in Stony in the fall, but it's more of a trail type thing. Ours is going to be we're going to light it all up with the glow lights and all that. And there's a lot of excited people already, including me.
I was going to say, I haven't heard of this before, so I don't know if it's something new, but it sounds pretty unique.
And we're excited about it, and more details will follow very, very soon as we get this in place. So.
Very good. Well, we appreciate the more news on that, and look forward to hearing it, Mike, because that sounds like another great run and going helping out the Special Olympics, and we love to hear that.
One little special thank you I do want to extend, not only from the veterans, but from Go for the Gold and as well, is the work that your staff. We've got a lot of good people on your staff that do a lot to help it. Without your help and support, I couldn't do none of these events. They do an incredible job of putting in time and effort, and they can always anticipate. They do a tremendous job of anticipating what we're going to need. Sure. And for all these events, it's just amazing what your whole department group do. And we have some challenges, so they do a great job helping us.
We appreciate helping out. It's the least we can do with all the time that you put in and the monies that you raise for Special Olympics. And our staff does a nice job, and I'll pass it on to them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Well, Mike, thanks for being on the show, and look forward to probably another month, 2 months, talk about the next run we have coming up.
Exactly. Thanks.
All right, Mike. Thank you. We'll be right back with Shelby Parks and Rec in the news after this.
Picnic shelters at Riverbends Park are available for rent as far as 1 year in advance. at our Parks and Recreation offices. Reservations are available for the Bittersweet, Hickory Grove, and Mapleview shelters. For available dates, please contact the Shelby Township Parks and Recreation Department at 586-731-0300. Amenities include a number of picnic tables, 8 grills scattered throughout the park, playscape and disc golf course, horseshoe pits and volleyball nets. For more information and residential and non-residential fees, please call the Shelby Township Parks and Recreation Department at 586-731-0300.
Welcome back to Shelby Township Parks and Recreation in the News. With me now is Mike Adams, who is our Sports and Recreation Supervisor here at Shelby Township Parks and Rec. Mike, we have some exciting news coming up. Of course, we're in the middle, getting close to winter. We got some snow on the ground.
It's here.
It is here, but it's never too early to talk about baseball because registration starts very soon.
Yes, it does.
Fill us in on when the registration date is and what you need to do to register.
Yep. As we talked a little bit about last show, with 900 to 1,000 people, we have to start registration a little bit early. I know there's 12 inches of snow out. It doesn't seem like we should be talking about spring baseball. But it is coming up, usually in the middle of January, and for this year, it is actually January 14th for returning players.
That's January 14th. Mark that down in the calendar.
Yes, and that's if they played last season, 2015 season.
Spring season, Little League.
Spring season, Little League, yes.
You guys got to clarify that.
Yes, we have so many different seasons.
Because we got the 2 seasons. In the second one, what's the difference between the two, Mike? Touch us on that.
The spring versus summer?
Correct.
Our spring season is our Little League associated season where they're eligible if they're in the correct age group for the end of season tournaments, which Grosse Pointe, Clinton Township, Fraser.
Right. Sanctioned out of Williamsport.
Sanctioned out of Pennsylvania, yep. So that's a sanctioned Little League season. Our summer season, which is open to all residents and non-residents, is a house-based ran program by our department.
Okay. Very good. So January 14th is for Little League participants, previous only.
Yep, and it's online only till the 27th.
Huh.
So get your login information. If they don't have that, they can contact our department. We'll give them their login information. It's a real simple process. You're done in 2 minutes. You don't have to worry about it till April. Don't have to worry about your spot getting taken up or getting left out, because at some point we have to cut off registration. We have uniforms to order,
Sure.
equipment to order, teams to form. It's just a lot of organization and preparation that goes into that. So, if possible, people shouldn't wait till late March or April to register. Do it in mid-January, and it's done.
And we know how important volunteer coaches are.
Very.
So what do they need to do if they're interested to be a coach?
When they register online, they'll be prompted to answer some questions. If they'd like to coach, help out, run the team, whatever they want to do, anything that they can do, we really need those volunteers to step up. We don't always get a whole bunch of people that want to run a team. So at that time, we'll put 3 or 4 people together, kind of a combined effort to run the team.
If you don't have one manager that wants
Correct.
to run it, yeah.
So whether they do it online or wait and come into our office to do it, or do it over the phone when it's that time to do that, they'll be prompted in the computer, or they'll be prompted by a person when they call to let us know that they want to coach. They have to fill out a form. Again, every year they have to fill out the form. If they did it last year, yes, they have to do it again this year, and get that squared away. And we're always looking for those coaches.
Now, Mike, the Little League season, the big thing is at the end of the year, the tournament. Now, last year we had some great success in the intermediate. Tell us about that. Once we got to the tournament, we surprised a few teams.
Yes, and that's my favorite tournament, my favorite league to watch. It's the first year they're actually, as we always say, playing real baseball.
Right.
Loosen up the rules a little bit
Sure.
more, and
Leading off, stealing,
yeah, it's a
from the
little,
lead
bit more,
off.
a little bit more fun. They're not at the huge base lengths anymore, or they're not to the huge base lengths yet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fast paced with some bigger kids, and I went to the district games, and they're really fun to watch. And they went to the state tournament and represented us very well. Some tough competition, but very fun tournament to watch.
That was. I tell you, it's. I just chuckle thinking about, back then, I know you did too, is the good memories you make. If you're talking about volunteer coaches, you had our daughters and sons playing, from t-ball and coach pitch and moving on up. So anyone that's unsure about volunteering, it's a great experience. Memories you'll never forget.
That's for sure.
Very good. Also want to update our residents, switching gears a little bit. We have the trail that's going from Riverbends Park to the city of Utica. A lot of people, a lot of activity on this trail right now, and ultimately this will connect Stony Creek Metro Beach all the way to Metro Beach. So Stony Creek to Metro Beach. The two Huron-Clinton Metropolitan Association parks will be connected. But right now you can drive your car to 22 Mile Riverbends Park, get your bike out, and take it all the way down to the city of Utica, down to Sterling Heights. You can go even further if you'd like. Beautiful trail, all cut through the woods. Getting a lot of great compliments. Asphalt path, 10-foot wide, beautiful trail system we have, Riverbends Park. Also, if you're in Riverbends Park, don't forget we have over 8 miles of mountain bike trails, nature trails. We have walkers on them, we have joggers on them, we have mountain bikers on them, and we have bird watchers on them. So it's a multi-use trail, beautiful system, and that heads also south down towards the city of Utica. Mike, back to the sports section of it. We have Little League basketball going on. Give us an overview on where we stand with that, and also for future registrations if we have any openings.
Yep, we always start basketball registration in August, and that's for all our divisions, and no matter if they're playing in November, January, April, always starting in August for our registrations.
And due to our limited gym, we have to have it spread out.
Correct, yeah, it is a little spread out, unfortunately. So again, like with baseball, we might play in April, but we actually start registration back in August for that. Right now, currently, we're housing the 5th and 6th grade and the 1st and 2nd grade basketball seasons, and our 3rd and 4th grade season's coming up here in the winter, so if anyone's interested in that, there's still time to register for that. Then our teenagers, which is our 7th through 9th grade leagues, start in the spring. Again, taking registration right now for that.
Very good. So really our thinking needs to be for our residents is when it's really nice out, start thinking about indoor basketball, and when the snow's on the ground, started thinking about registering for baseball.
A little backward thinking, but yes.
That's right. It could be a little way to think about it. A couple dates we want to remind everyone about. Some upcoming events. It's Christmas season, and want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas here in Shelby Township. And we're going to start it off with the Shelby Township Christmas Aglow, which is Thursday, December 3rd at 7 o'clock p.m. on the Shelby Township grounds. Saturday, December 5th, we have the pancake breakfast right here at the Shelby Township Community Center. Call Parks and Rec 731-0300 to register for that. And we also have dinner and dancing with Santa Claus. This fills out very quickly, but if you can't get on, we'll have a waiting list for you. And this is Thursday, December 10th at beautiful Cherry Creek Golf Course. So those are some of the wonderful events they have coming up here through Shelby Township Parks and Recreation. Mike, in closing, I know we'll have another show before the holiday season, before we wish all of our residents Merry Christmas once again. But is there anything that we need to look for, anything different going into 2016, or anything that may jump out of the ordinary that our residents should know about for the 2016 park season?
I don't know about out of the ordinary, but definitely I know we talked a little bit about last show is we have a great selection of fitness classes in here for adults. Most of them are right here in the...
It's the time they started thinking about it. Right?
That's why I brought it up.
Good point, Mike.
Right here in the community center.
Right on cue.
All different kinds. Belly dancing. Our Tai Chi has been very popular. Our yoga, meditation. We have a boot camp on Monday nights. Just a wide range of fitness classes. So we want people, kind of the walking trail theme, get in shape. And
definitely. Belly dancing, eh?
Very popular.
Have you ever tried it?
I haven't. Maybe you should sign up.
Hey, yeah, so like different things with fitness, right?
There you go.
Try it out.
It's a good workout, I heard.
Is it all right?
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you, Mike.
Sure.
And to all of our residents, thank you very much for watching. And please remember, here at Shelby Township Parks and Rec, we create community through people, parks, and programs. Thanks for watching.